Hey everybody, Brooks from Drag Times here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm out here in Markham Park, Davie, Florida with the brand new Sea-Doo RXP-X 325. Now, if you've seen my previous videos when I took delivery of my RXT-X 300, we did some launch control videos hitting 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. It was a pretty incredible machine. And now Sea-Doo for 2024 has really stepped up its game. This is pretty much the racing model from the Sea-Doo lineup. It's got a new upgraded engine with forged internals, making 325 horsepower. This thing supposedly does 0 to 60 in around 3.4 seconds, and it actually has launch control system on a jet ski on the water. Now, my ski that I had before would basically rip your arms off hitting 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. This one's got to be pretty incredible. So let's take a quick walk around, check out all the new features. It's got an entirely new electronic dash system with a colored LCD display. It's got apps, it's got navigation, a bunch of other cool stuff. All right, let's do a quick walk around. Check out this thing. It's a really cool color scheme, which is actually my favorite. We got red, black, and white. As you know, most of my cars are red and black, so this would line up perfectly with my car lineup. It's got a carbon fiber hood up front, and as you can see, I'm all ready for my draggy testing here. Built-in stereo system, side view mirrors, and now this is set up for just a one-seater, and you can actually adjust the seat front and back, and that allows you to really stay on the ski, because with the acceleration this ski has, you'll actually scoop back and you'll have to kind of hang on harder. So you can kind of move this forward and back to your size to hold you on the ski better. Now, if you did want to carry a passenger, they have an optional seat for about $400. You can use their modular system, which you can put on a bunch of different accessories, and you can actually put a seat back here. This pops off, you put a seat on there, you can actually take a passenger on this ski. This ski drops some significant weight. It comes in at 775 pounds. That's about 100 pounds lighter than the 3-seater. So acceleration of this should be way, way better with the better power to weight ratio. This is an entirely new LCD system, which is full color. It's got a whole host of gauges. You can see mile per hour over here, RPM on this side. It actually has a set of apps that you plug in your phone and you can load up, similar to like you would have with Apple CarPlay in a car or Android Auto. This has navigation, so you can put in where you're located. Got a great stereo too, right, Jimmy?
Now it works.
So when the phone's connected to Bluetooth, you can actually display your song that's playing in your playlist and navigate what songs you're doing from the actual controls of the jet ski. So as you can see here, we got our navigation app and then our phone. So if I click on navigation, it brings up where you are on the lake right here, and you can actually share and link up with friends if you're on the lake or out in the ocean and find each other using the app built in right here. Now the left screen right here shows your fuel levels, your speed, and then your trim levels. I'll go over that more once we're on the water. There's also sport, eco, and normal modes as well. The ski also has a hydraulic damper to adjust how tight your steering is, similar to like in a car when you would go from like normal to sport. You know, how tight you want the steering depending on how you're on the water. So if you're going through a lot of waves, you want it tighter, and you can go back and forth right here. And you can't feel it, I can, but you know, once you move this lever back and forth, it gets much easier to steer. All right, enough talking about all the features. Let's get out in the water and check out what this thing can do. All right, so we're out here on the water. This thing's absolutely insane. We're in sport mode right now, and if I'm just cruising and you nail it, you really gotta hang on. I forgot to mention, these skis have brakes. Not really brakes, but if you're going fast and you hit this button, which is actually reverse, and you hold it down, it drops the cover over the thruster in the back, and you can just flip over the handlebars if you're not real careful. It is crazy deceleration forces if you're going pretty quick. And it throws up this crazy rooster tail at the back. Insane. I learned my lesson. I better put the hat backwards, or this thing will definitely fly out. So as you can see down here, there's our mile an hour. These are our mode buttons, so you can go between the different modes of the ski. So if you press the mode, you go from sport, but you have to hold it down to confirm because it's so fast. And then you can go back to eco mode, and then into regular mode. But we're gonna leave this thing in sport. So sport, press down, instruct passengers to hold on, and now we're ready to go. All right, engaging launch control. I'm gonna click it into gear, and then we're gonna go. Ready, set, go. Woo! That's 60. Wow. That gets there real quick. All right, I'm gonna try manual launch control, adjusting the trim myself this time. because I feel like we could start with the trim up a little bit. Let's see how it works. Ready? Oh. 3.7. Woo!
30, 60,
3.7. Woo! I think we got a little more in it. Oh, here we go. Quarter mile test. 1, 2, 3.
30, 60.
Now we're gonna set up a race between Jimmy and I. He has the GTX 300, got the motor from the previous model, but a different hull, so a little less horsepower, probably a lot heavier. Let's see how it goes. So bump it forward. 1, 2, 3, go! Big fail.
That was bound to happen.
That's why I brought my old McLaren hat.
All the speed.
Was that better?
Dude, you killed me on the launch though.
1, 2, 3, go! Ah, Jimmy got the jump and I've raised out of the water. We got to give it another go. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Woo! My neck hurts. This thing's too. My neck hurts. My neck hurts. We got a full kind of buoy course out here. This is supposed to be their best handling ski. And from my riding so far, it's pretty incredible. So I'm gonna drop this down into sport mode. so that's a wrap of testing out the RXP-X 325. It's like under 800 pounds, 325 horsepower, crazy power to weight ratio. It's got awesome electronics on this thing. You can hook up Bluetooth, you got apps, navigation, all kinds of cool stuff there. Super maneuverable. This thing, we were bringing it through some of these buoys here. I've never done that before.
Yeah, that was amazing. It's like a slalom course.
It's like a slalom course.
It feels like a motorcycle, honestly. It feels like, think of a BMW 1000, something like that. It's incredible.
This thing will corner so many G's you can't even hold on.
No.
It's really hard to hold on, actually.
Yeah.
My neck hurts a little bit from this thing. We did performance testing, of course, drag time style.
Yep.
0 to 60 came in at 3.7 seconds, and it's hard to get it perfectly stationary and get the launch, obviously, on the water. If you count the rollout, it was down to 3.5 seconds, 0 to 60.
Crazy.
I also ran it out to quarter mile. Obviously, it tops out before the end of the quarter mile. It actually tops out before the 8th mile.
Right.
So it ran 15 flat at 68, 69 miles an hour.
So it tops out at 68, 69.
I mean, I think it hit 70 and it kind of drops down a
just
little bit.
bounces in there,
Because it's got that limiter on there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put a speed delimiter on this thing,
Ooh,
it could probably hit 80 miles an hour maybe.
Probably.
Pretty crazy. I mean, 15 flat in the quarter mile. Like back in our days when we were souping up cars, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was incredibly fast.
I think I had a Turbo Eclipse that ran like 15.2 in the quarter mile.
Yeah.
And this little jet ski will rip your arms off and do it. So as a bonus, we raced, Sea-Doo also has a new one, the GTRX. So we raced the RXP-X 325 versus the GTRX. This has 300 horsepower, this has 325. Please see when we get a decently even start, the extra horsepower, less weight certainly makes a difference. One more look at this thing. It's pretty crazy ski. Carbon fiber, super lightweight, 325 horsepower. It's got this modular system on the back, and I love the red and black spec. This is definitely my style. All right, so big decision for me. Mine's a 2019 RXT-X 300, and I have to decide if I want to jump to a 1 or 2 seater or stick with the big one. Maybe I can get some tests on the bigger one at a later date. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, helps the video in the channel.